bro, you gotta like exhaust the muscle. Like, gotta first do barbell bench press, and then you gotta do incline dumbbell bench press, to hit the upper chest, and then you gotta do dips for the lower chest, and then you gotta do cable flies, right, for some isolation, and then you want to finish your chest with some more isolation with the pec deck. You gotta have at least 5 exercises, if not even more exercises, to really hammer in that chest, bro. Get that chest. Where did this type of training come from? It came from enhanced bodybuilders. Bodybuilders who use PEDs, who use performance enhancing drugs, who use steroids to enhance their physique unnaturally. And why is this important? Because naturals and unnaturals train differently. What you're literally doing when you're injecting steroids is that you are injecting a stimulus, and a stimulus is required for muscle growth. So when you inject steroids, you're basically telling your muscle to be anabolic to grow. But instead, if you're natural, that only occurs when you're in the gym. Right? In the gym, you create a stimulus, and then your muscle reacts. But when you're on steroids, that happens whenever you pin. And the thing is, this type of training is completely unnecessary and unfruitful if you're a natural. Because with 5 exercises only for chest, you aren't going to be training intensely for all 5 exercises. You aren't. You just aren't. You physically need to sandbag. You physically need to not be able to train as hard for the last 2 exercises or so. Like, it's too much. Like, you can't intensely train barbell bench press, okay. Maybe you can get through dumbbell incline bench press. Maybe you can do some amount of dips that resemble a high enough intensity. And then the isolation is just going to suffer. Like, you're just using baby weight because your chest is already so fatigued from the previous exercises that the work that you do with your isolation exercises won't stimulate growth because it's just too light. It's just not intense enough. And this is literally just getting the pump. Enhanced bodybuilding training, just getting the pump. Feeling the muscle. Okay. Let's say you believe me. What should you do then? You shouldn't do 5 or more exercises. You shouldn't do a bajillion exercises. What should you do? Now, give me your prescription. 2 to 3 exercises for a muscle group. That's it. Just 2 to 3. 1 or 2 compounds for your chest. That would be in like main press, so like barbell bench press, right? And then dumbbell incline bench press. Those are your 2 main compounds. And then you can do 1 isolation. Or if you really want to go crazy, another compound. Like dips. Rounds out your chest nicely. Dips for lower chest, incline for upper chest, and then barbell bench press flat for all of your chest. Rounds it out nicely. Just 3 exercises. And you don't need to go over that. Just 3 and only 3. And if you train intensely, if you train to failure, if you train hard on all of these exercises, you go through the teeth clenching reps at the end of the set, every single time, you'll be done. Like you will just feel, I'm absolutely done with this. I cannot do this anymore. I'm just done. I'm just done. No more. Like, please, no more. And this is how natural should train. Natural bodybuilders or natural people who want a better physique, well, basically just bodybuilders, because bodybuilders built their body. We need to train intensely. Not as intensely as powerlifters, because they train only for strength, basically. But bodybuilders still need to train intensely. Using baby weight will not get you your gains that you wanted from it. It'll just waste your time. And using a bajillion exercises for your muscles, you're only going to end up doing baby weight. That's what you're going to end up having. And you are not going to get the gains that you were promised. You were promised by fitness gurus, like, do all these exercises in succession. You are not going to be getting the gains because your training is going to suck. You're not going to be training to failure. You're going to be thinking on your first exercise, when you have like 7, how am I going to survive until the end of the workout? How am I going to survive for this? How am I going to survive 7 chest exercises? How am I going to do that? And therefore, you're going to So therefore you're gonna sandbag on every exercise, so that you can purely survive the workout, not to actually be in the gym and stimulate your muscles, right? Because that's your purpose in the gym. But rather, you're going to be there. You're going to work out to survive the workout. But that's no longer the point. Right? The point is to build muscles. And if your goal is to survive the workout, that's besides the point. That's invaluable. It doesn't matter. Workout doesn't matter. Like, your goal matters.